questions related to the mole concept. So let's start with our first question. Okay, so this is our first question, that a sample of helium gas occupies 5.6 liter volume at 180 m and 273 Kelvin. How many moles of helium are present in the sample? So here we can see that given value is the volume of volume of gas, which is 5.6 liter, and we have to calculate the number of moles. So we know by one relation that number of moles for a gas, since one thing you will be observing here, that the volume of gas is occupying this volume at a standard condition, that is 180 m and 273 Kelvin. Since by the relation that we have studied in my previous video, we know that the at standard conditions at standard conditions for a gas, okay, number of moles equals to volume of gas in liter, volume of gas in liter divided by 22.4 that we have already seen. So by applying this formula, we can easily calculate the number of moles using this formula. Since we know the volume of gas here, it is 5.6 liter, we can put up this value here, and 5.6, then it will be divided by 22.4, then overall answer which will be coming is 0.25 moles. So the question was very simple, that how to calculate the number of moles for a gas which is occupying a certain volume at a standard conditions. Now let us go for the next question. Okay, so this is our next question. How many carbon atoms are present in 0.35 mole of C6H12O6? First is 6.023 into 10 to the power 23 carbon atoms, 1.26 into 10 to the power 23 carbon atoms, 1.26 into 10 to the power 24 carbon atoms, and 6.023 into 10 raised to the power 24 carbon atoms. Since the question consists of a relation between the number of moles and the number of particles, then we have to apply here the formula, that is number of moles equals to given particles divided by Avogadro value, that is 6.022 into 10 raised to the power 23. So this formula can be applied here, since in this question we are given the number of moles, and we have to calculate the number of particles in the given question. So in place of number of moles, we can put our value, that is 0.35 equals to given particles, here we are keeping it as a x, then divided by 6.022, into 10 raised to the power 23. So this will be our value. So here we can have this value. So this x value will be equivalent to the answer, that is 1.26 into 10 raised to the power 24. So accordingly, the answer of this question will be C. That is 1.26 into 10 raised to the power 24 carbon atoms. So now let's go for the next question. Okay, so this is our next question. Now first read the question, that is calculate the mass in gram of 2Na molecules of carbon dioxide. That is 22 gram, 44 gram, 88 gram, and none of these. Now here Na, first we have to see what is this Na. So here this Na is nothing but the Avogadro constant, that is 6.022 into 10 raised to the power 23. And since we know that according to the mole concept, 1 mole equals to 6.022 into 10 raised to the power 23, we will be applying here this rule only. So first, since we are having here the molecule CO2, and we can also write here 1 mole of CO2 equals to 44 grams. So by this relationship, we can write here that Na of CO2 is equivalent to 44 gram. I hope this equation is clear to everyone. Since we know that 1 mole can be written in form of gram atomic mass also and in the form of number of particles also. So we have just modified this equation, and in place of 1 mole of any CO2, we have written here the Avogadro constant, that is 6.022. And since in the question it is given here Na, so we are applying this value here. So we can say that this Na of CO2 contains 44 gram. So how much this 2 Na will consist of? So it is the simple. So we have just to multiply this value by 2, and the answer will be coming here 88 grams. So the question was very easy. So the answer for this question also will be C. Okay, so the answer for this question will be 88 grams. Now let's go for the next question. Okay, this is our next question, that is calculate the number of chloride and calcium ions in 222 grams of anhydrous calcium chloride. So first is 2Na ions, 2Na ions of calcium and 4N of chloride. Second option is 2Na of chloride and 4N of calcium. Next is 1Na ions of calcium and 1N of chloride. And D is none of these. So before solving this question, we have to first see that the question consists of one molecule, that is CaCl2. So for that we have to consider this CaCl2, and for that we have to first calculate the molecular mass of this CaCl2. So the molecular mass we can calculate by the simple formula, that is by adding the mass of individual atoms. So the overall mass will be coming here as 111 gram. So this will be the overall mass of calcium chloride. Now by this relation we can apply that 111 gram of CaCl2 contains how many ions? One calcium ion. Okay, and if we would have been writing with the Avogadro value, so we would have written it 1 into 6.022, but since in the question it is given as a Na value, so we will be writing here in the form of Na. So we will be writing here Na. Okay, now it is asked that in 222 gram, how many calcium ions will be there? So we can just calculate by the formula, that is so by the simple formula we can apply here value Na into 222 divided by 11. So this will be our overall equation for the question, and by solving we will be getting the value here equals to 2 Na. Similarly, we will be solving for chloride ions also. So for chloride ions, let us calculate. Since 11 gram of CaCl2 contains here 2 chloride ions, so we can write here 2 Na, then 222 gram of calcium chloride will be consisting of 2 Na into 222 divided by 11. So by solving this value, we will be getting an answer, that is 4 Na. So I think our B option is correct for this question. So the answer for this question will be 2 Na ions of chloride and 4 N ions of calcium. Now let us go for the next question. Okay, so the next question is the density of oxygen at 100 degrees Celsius and 1 atm is 1.429 gram per liter. The molar volume of gas is 22.4 liter, 11.2 liter, 33.6 liter, and 5.6 liter. So since here the value is given as density, and we know that the density equals to mass upon volume. The same formula we will be applying since it is given here that it is occupying 1.429 gram in 1 liter. Okay, so we will be applying one relation that 1.429 gram of oxygen is occupying here 1 liter. So since we know that O2 is having how much mass, since single atom is having 16, so it will be equivalent to the 32 gram. So 32 gram will be occupying how much? So by simply the equation, we will be writing here 1.429 divided by 32. So overall, when you will be dividing this answer, you will be getting here 22.4 liter. So this will be the answer. So I hope this question is clear, because in this question density is given, and since we know density is equals to mass upon volume, so here mass we have taken as 1.429 and it is present in 1 liter. So we have used this relation, that is 1.429 is present in 1 liter. So 32 gram will be present in how much? So 1.429 is divided by 32 and we have got the answer here as 22.4 liter. So now let us go for the next question. Now, the next question is, how many molecules are present in 5.23 grams of glucose? 1.65 into 10 raised to the power 22, 1.75 into 10 raised to the power 22, 1.75 into 10 raised to the power 22, sorry 21, and none of these. So here you can find that what the values we have provided in the question. So the first value which you can see, that we have to calculate the molecules. We are having the given mass. Okay, so here we can apply one relationship that we can that we have already used. So for that, first the thing which we have to do is to calculate the molecular mass of C6H12O6. Whenever you are having any question related to the molecule, the first thing which you should do always is first to calculate the molecular mass, because somehow when you are considering the number of moles for a molecule, you have to calculate the molecular mass. So without wasting the time, every time you first calculate the molecular mass. Since for the glucose I know the molecular mass is 180 grams, so I will be writing here directly 180 gram without wasting the time. So here I am writing 180 gram. So now I can use the relationship that I was having one formula, that is number of moles equals to was given mass divided by molecular mass. Okay, this was the formula we were already having. But since in this question we have to calculate the number of molecules, so we are having one more formula, that is number of moles equals to given particles divided by 6.022 into 10 raised to the power 23. So why not, since LHS is equal, since LHS is equal for both the equations, can't I equivalent this value? So by combining this equation number 1 and 2, I can write given mass equals to given particles divided by molecular mass. Let me write here molecular mass. Here given particles equals to 6.022 into 10 raised to the power 23. So this formula I can equivalent because LHS were equal for both the equations. So I can put up the value here. So given mass I know from the equation, that is 5.23. Then molecular mass also I know, I have calculated here, that is 180. Now in equals to, I would be writing here given particles I don't know, that we have to calculate, that is x, and 6.022 into 10 raised to the power 23. I think this equation is clear to everyone. Now just we have to cross multiply this equation. and by cross multiplying you will be getting the value for x value you will be getting here as 1.75 into 10 raised to the power 22. So this will be the answer. So for this, the correct answer will be B. Okay. So now let us go for the next question. Okay. In this question, it is asked how many grams of sulfur are required to produce 10 moles and 10 grams of H2SO4. This is very simple question that it is comparing the amount of sulfur in terms of moles and in terms of grams. So this question can be easily started with a value that is 1, sorry, not 1 mole of 1 mole of H2SO4 consists of 1 mole of H2SO4 consists of 32 grams of sulfur. Then 10 moles will be simply consisting of 32 into 10. So overall the answer will be 320 grams. So this was for our first condition. Now let's go for the next one. Since it is asked in 10 grams, so first let us see, and whenever we are considering in grams, so we have to calculate again the molecular mass, and the molecular mass of H2SO4 is 98 gram. So I can write here 98 gram of H2SO4 consists of again same 32 grams of sulfur. Then it is asked in 10 grams, so 10 grams of H2SO4 will consist of 32 into 10 divided by 98. So overall the answer for this question will be equals to, that is 3.265 gram. So this will be the answer for this question. Now let's go for the another question. Okay, so P and Q are the two elements which form P2Q3 and PQ2 molecules. If 0.15 mole of P2Q3 and PQ2 weighs 15.9 grams and 9.3 grams respectively, what are atomic mass? First let us mass of P equals to A and Q equals to B. Now, since it has been given that 0.15 0.15 mole, okay, value is already given, and it is weighing certain value. So we have to first calculate the amount of P2Q3 and PQ2. So by putting this value, we can have one equation that molecular mass of P2Q3 equals to 2A plus 3B. I've done nothing but just have put the value which I have considered, and same for the second formula also. I will consider the molecular mass. As I told you, whenever we are considering for any molecule, we have to first calculate the molecular mass. And in this question, since we are not having a specific value, we are considering the value, and we are just putting it and considering it as a variable. So for PQ2, the value will be A plus 2B. So this will be our equation. Now, it is given that 0.15 mole of P2Q3, since we are having one formula, number of moles equals to given mass upon molecular mass. So same, we will be utilizing the equation here. So for calculating the given mass, we will be multiplying the value. Okay, so given mass, since we know it is equivalent to the number of moles into molecular mass, we are having already this formula, so we will be using this value only. So number of moles we are having 0.15 into molecular mass. For the first condition, it is 2A plus 3B. Now for the second condition, sorry, this value, it is equivalent to 15.9, as it is already given in the equation. 15.9, it is weighing given mass. Okay, the second condition will be 0.15, that is the given value 0.15 into, that is A plus 2B equals to 9.3 grams. So this will be the overall equation, and by solving the equation, you will be getting the value for B as 18 and A you will be getting as 26. Means just by calculating this value, so you can have the value that B will be equivalent to 18 and A will be equivalent to 26, that we have to calculate that what are the atomic mass of P and Q. So in this way you can solve this question, and it's a very simple question. Just in this question you have to consider the mass first and then just equilibrate the question in form of the number of moles. So the question is will be very simple if you will be having a basic formula with you. Now let's go for the next question. Okay, so our next question is So the same question we can use here, and the relation that we can apply here is the given mass upon molecular mass, and here equals to given particles divided by Avogadro value. So same we can here put, we have to find the given mass. So given mass will be X, and the molecular mass of C4 hydro, then 17 overall value we can write here. 17 for the ammonia value, and then we can put for the given particles. Given particles is already given here, 3.01 into 10 raised to the power 23, 6.022 into 10 raised to the power 23. So this will be our final equation, and by putting the cross multiplying this value, we will be getting here X equals to 8.50 grams. So this question. So now let's move for the next question. The last question for this time, that is, how many molecules are present in 1 ml of water vapor at 0 degrees Celsius and 1 atm? So this question, as we have done already once, okay, in the previous, we have already done this question. So this time also we have to use the same formula, that is the standard condition. One formula you might be remembering for the gas, that is number of moles equals to volume of gas in liter. Okay, volume of gas in liter, that is 22.4. But one thing is not to have to calculate the number of moles, we have to calculate the number of molecules. So we can modify this formula a little bit, and here in place of number of moles we can apply the another formula, that is given molecules divided by the constant value, that is 6.022 into 10 raised to the power 23. Okay, and the same as it already given here, that is volume of gas, which is 10 raised to the power minus 3, since we have to consider it in a liter value, and 22.4. I think this equation is clear to everyone. So by cross multiplying this value, you will be getting one specific value, that is 2.69 into 10 raised to the power, sorry, 10 raised to the power 90. So the answer for this question will be 2.69 into 10 raised to the power 90. Okay, so this was all the numericals from my side for the number of moles, and I hope your concept is clear that how we have to apply the various formulas. Either it can be in form of given mass, it can be in the form of atomic mass or molecular mass, or you can also find out the number of moles by using the volume of gas. So I hope this was all about the numericals from the mole concept. So I hope everyone would have understand the concept and the numericals. Thank you.